and Works, WORX. Boy, I hope you guys caught both of those this afternoon. Those were hot. Those were hot. Those were both absolute monsters. Beautiful. B-A-beautiful. Beauties, both of them. And hopefully you got them. All right, let's go back here. We're going to have news here at 4 o'clock. Let's hope we get something good. We managed to get a couple of good runners this morning, but nothing that really hung on tight and just kept right on going. We need one of those. Oh, let's see. iSun. Look at iSun go. Decision to rescind made after consideration of analysis of market conditions and performance. Look at iSun. ISUN. Popping up nice. From 11 cents to 17 cents. Nice little pop on iSun. Take a look at that one. ISUN. Already up 84%, and it just started running. Just started going. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Sheila. Malia. Good afternoon. We've got 15 seconds here, and we're going to get our 4 o'clock press releases, hopefully. Let's see what we get. But keep an eye on iSun, ISUN. DAIO, nothing there. Keep an eye on iSun. Let's see what that one does in the after hours market. FRGT up 7% in the after hours to 91 cents. VMAR, VMAR up 6%. Now up 20%. VMAR popping nicely. Works still running. WORX. Beautiful run on that thing. And now it's popping again. VMAR, NCPL, all taking off here. TBIO is up 8%. SBET up 8%. Low volume on a few of those. For sure. Good afternoon. Shem on a steady climb all day long. VMAR, VMAR. I'll probably repeat a few of these names several times because they're bouncing around, taking turns being the top runner. VMAR, VMAR, Works, WORX. It looks like NCPL. NCPL. Those three are in the top 3 right now. VMAR's up 26%. NCPL up 26%. Works up 19%, 17%. NCPL now at 31%. 35%. NCPL. Like I said, I'm going to repeat these names several times so that you make sure that you catch what I'm dishing out here. But as far as news goes, we haven't got anything yet. Works is up 17%, 18%. Those are the top three: NCPL, VMAR, and WORX in that order. Those are the top three in after hours so far. And they keep switching places with each other, but those are the top three. That seems to be where everybody's paying attention right now. NUWE. I don't see NUWE on my scanner. Not that it's not doing anything, but I don't see it. Must not be doing a whole lot. There it is. NUWE. It's up 1% in after hours. So until it actually starts moving in after hours, it's not anything that I'd be interested in, at least for after hours trading. Maybe, swing play or whatever, that's a whole nother topic of discussion. But for just after hours trading, trying to find something to make a little money on in after hours, NUWE is, as of right now, is not one of them. Now that could change. These things change on a drop of a hat here. NCPL, number one. Works, WORX, number two. And right now, number three is JFBR. JFBR. Now, VMAR back in the number three spot. So we have NCPL at one, Works, WORX at number two, and VMAR at number three. You may have gotten a pause on your live stream on the website. I just noticed my studio kicked off and then kicked back on again. So it might have added another second or 2 seconds to your stream. So you might want to check that and refresh, or pull that line across and get your feed up a little bit more accurate. Mine's down I've got about a 6-second delay right now, so not too bad. TBLT announces receipt of NASDAQ delinquency notice. Surprise, surprise, surprise. All right, let's go over them again. NCPL, number one. JFBR, number two. And Works, WORX, number three. Those three. TBIO just popped into the number two spot. Nothing's even close to NCPL yet, though. They're up 22% here in after hours, which is not a lot, but nice bit of profit. Now it's down 18, so it's fallen back a little bit. Let's take a look at some more news here. ACIC, AMBO presents positive clinical data from a phase 1, ALGS. Financials, conference call, first quarter financials. Well, I tell you what, May 8th and 9th is going to be an absolute madhouse for stocks. I can't tell you how many. I've lost count of how many stocks are announcing their. I've gotten press releases in the last couple of days of stocks that are going to announce their first quarter financials on either May 8th or May 9th. Those 2 days are going to be crazy busy. Highly recommend making sure that between now and then you have some dry powder. on those 2 days. When financials come out, if they're absolutely amazing financials and the company did amazing, good chance that stock price is going to go up. If they failed horribly, obviously it's going to go the other direction. But with as many that are going to be reported on May 8th and 9th, with as many as there are, there's bound to be 2 or 3 of them that do really, really well. And with that in mind, make sure you have dry powder. Make sure you've got a little bit of cash, get some settled cash in there that you can use to jump on one of those that takes off on earnings. All right. Okay, so far 27 press releases. Nothing much. Let's see, iSun coming down. Looks like iSun pushing back up again. iSun had a nice little run there just before the market closed. Last 20 minutes of the trading day, and it's now curling back up again. With enough volume, that could see 20 cents from 16. Pretty easy. All right, let's go back to after hours. Runners, NCPL up 26%. MMV up 13%. No volume. Works is still number 3. Nothing really moving. If you're on the website, on the live feed there, make sure that you're paying attention to the comments that are being left there by Wolfpack members. Don't want to miss that. All right, let's see what we got here. Boom. All right. Got her down to a 6-second delay. That's nice. Snap. S-N-A-P. Snap. Snap. S-N-A-P. Popped on what looks like revenues. First quarter revenues, $1.2 billion. SNAP, Snap. It's at 13.34 right now, 13.22 on the ask. SNAP, 1301. 1365, climbing quickly. I gave you Snap quick enough to get in the very, very low 13s. It was down at like 1303. You could have jumped onto that very, very easily in the very low 13s. Under 1310. Lots of shares for sale under 1320. Snap. Here's another one. They post a 21% revenue growth, beating expectations. Who got the Snap? Who took the Snap? Who took some Snap in the low 13s? Let's see if this can maintain and push back up. Let's see where this has been. Ooh, I like the gap up here. Look at that gap up to 16, almost about $17. I'm kind of liking that. Pull back on Snap and look at the wow. Look at the monthly chart. Go back to the right around the 6th of February and look at that gap to fill. Boy, this thing could really go. Alex, you got that on Snap? We got some Wolfpack members posting their hits here on stocks that we're calling out. Nice. Alex scalped off $2,500. $2,500 off of Snap. Jumped in at $13.50, out at $14 with 4,500 shares. Not bad. TVGN. What's that one doing? TVGN. Don't see it moving anywhere. I got news on it. Let's see. Farm. First quarter financials. FTech financials. Another one on Snap. All right. And he did it in 2 minutes. That was nice. Oil's up. How about new? Bon Jovi. I like that name. That's clever. That's a very clever name. I like that. My hat's off to you, brother, for that one. Anybody take at Snap? Here's some more press releases. ABIO, fourth quarter loss, first quarter loss. AGBA. The AGBA Thrilla merger is value enhancing to all stockholders. That got a little pop on that news. AGBA, AGBA. That popped up pretty nice today, up over 250. Nicely over 250. And it's running again. It's running again. AGBA. AGBA. On the news. The news just came out, folks. How about Snap? Look at her go. Look at her go. Hopefully you guys jumped in on Snap. I keep saying it, but hopefully you did. With any luck. Jones, still clicking through these press releases. Conference call. A lot of conferences and earnings in May. Conference call. First quarter financials. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Snap, can't see it on your chart? Well, let's go take a look at it. Snap, 1476, 1478. The market finally caught on to the news. But you know what? The Wolfpack was on it in that first 30 seconds. Do you guys see it? Can you see the value there? You get in that first minute before the run starts because you got the news. Now everybody on StockTwits is going, hey, have you heard about Snap? Hey, have you heard about Snap? And they're all going over and checking it out and going, holy shit, it's running. I wish I would have known about that news. Well. All right. I love it. Money. Money. Yes. Let's rack them up. Snap up 29% here in after hours. The number one runner so far, iSun, pulling some weird stuff down there. Works is still trying. JFBR still trying. MMV up 13%. Agba still trying. Where's Agba at now? Where did Agba go? Agba, where are you at? Where is my Agba? Oh, you poor thing. Agba tried so desperately to pop up on that press release. Managed to pop up to 237 and just tanked right back down again. Darn it. Snap. Where are you at? 1490. 1490. And you JJ had an awesome day today. Thank you to you and Jay. Awesome. That is awesome. Glad to hear you had a good day on that one. The Wolf Den, is that your man cave? That is my office. I run a company called Wolfpack Community, and I thought it was appropriate to call the office the Wolf Den. But yes, it's my office. Med Davis, Emmy Davis took snap from $13.95 to $15. Beautiful. Sean, $13.21 to $14.71. That's what we're talking about. Jumping in on the news, writing it up, and getting out. Am I a swing trader? Sometimes I do swing trades, yes. Primarily, I try to do day trades, in and out, in the same day. Sometimes that can be 5 minutes. Sometimes that can be 45 minutes or a couple hours. But usually try to be in and out on the same day. There are some that I do hold overnight and swing them. So it's not 100% day trading. There is some swing trading in there. And a lot of our members, a lot of our community, they do swing trade. They swing trade way more than I do. Well, I am glad that you've been able to pick up a little information from the two of us. Jay's a good guy. Jay is a good guy. His heart is in the right place, and that's one of the things I like about Jay. His heart is in the right place, and he's trying to help. Peggy announced EPA's $7 billion solar for all awards, whatever that means. Peggy, P-E-G-Y, Pineapple Energy. It's a 5 penny stock. Okay? It's a 5 penny stock. If that gives you any inclination. And there are some big block orders going through on this thing because it is so cheap. Peggy. Now, when I just gave you that one, it was at 5.5 cents. We'll see where it goes from there. PEGY, Peggy. It is up 22% now. It's now at 6.4. Going to be 6.5 here in just a moment. So it's gone up about a penny since we called it out here with the news. Let's see if we can get it up a couple of more pennies. All right. Let's see. Snap at 14.48. Pulling back, obviously. Let's see how far it pulls back before it curls back up for the next run. Would love to see a nice push like this first big green candle here. This would be absolutely beautiful. I know you can't see these things on YouTube or on TikTok, but if you're on the website watching the live stream, you can see my charts. This big green candle would be a nice repeat. Don't have many of us left here in the live stream this afternoon. I guess everybody is busy, and that's too bad. They may have missed out on a few. Will your website, if a member, help train me on Power E-Trade? Short answer, no, there's nothing on the website that would assist you in that. But I can help you personally. I can help you work through all the bugs and figure it out. And I'm working on being able to do like Microsoft Office, Zoom, or I can do live video chat with several people at once so that we can have a day where we talk about just E-Trade, where we talk about Power E-Trade or E-Trade Pro, and just answer questions and help people. And then maybe we'll have a day where we just talk about stop losses. And we can talk about stop losses. Everybody can see my charts and we can go through stuff together. Just an opportunity to go one-on-one with people outside of trading hours. Because during trading hours, everybody's just too darn busy to mess with it. You know, people are too busy trading. I'm too busy trading to take the time out to do it. So it'd be something we would do on a weekend, or we would do, 7 o'clock in the evening or something like that. And I'm kind of excited about doing it. It's just another step for me, an evolution, another step for me to be able to help people. Snap, going back up. Peggy. Look at Peggy go, 6.8. Yeah, if you go to the website and subscribe to the live stream, and it's real simple to do. Just go to the website, click on the tab on the home screen that says plans and pricing. Click on that. You'll see live trading only. Click on that, subscribe to the live trading, and you'll be on your way. Yes, Scott. Definitely, man. Definitely. We'll get you in there. And like I always tell everybody, people, I get the question on TikTok especially, is it worth it? Is it worth it to be a part of the community and subscribe to the live stream? And my simple answer always is, of course, I'm biased and I'm going to say yes, but I let the other members. I let the people who actually did subscribe, the people who actually are paying a subscription, I let them answer the question of whether or not it's worth it. Because I can tell you, and you're not going to believe me, because obviously you're going to know that I'm being biased about it. But if other people are telling you that, then you have to take it, take the opinion a little bit more seriously. All right. Peggy coming down. Snap. Trying to curl back up again. Darn Good says it's worth it just for the humor. Yeah, Darn Good, you are the source of most of that humor for me. All right. We were looking at Snap, Jim. We were taking a look at Snap. We caught the press release when that came out on their earnings. We were able to jump in the low 13s. It moved quick when the news hit. So we've been watching that one. We were watching Works earlier today, WORX. Back, BACK. That one was a phenomenal little money maker today. And Peggy, PEGY. This one started to pop in after hours, and we were giving it an eyeball here. It ran from about 5 cents to 7 cents. So it went up about 2 pennies, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're buying 10, 20, 30, 40,000 of them because they're so cheap, it doesn't take much of a move to make a nice little chunk of change. And it is moving, curling back up again. So let's see if we can, I'd like to see that one get up to 10. That would be a nice 100% runner on a tiny little 5-cent penny stock. I think that would be a beautiful way to end today. Thomas Morgan, thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much, man. I do appreciate that. If you want to get the full 3-hour long pre-market, Thomas, that starts at 6:45 in the morning, you need to go over to the website and subscribe. Not just on TikTok. Well, we're only on TikTok for a very, very short amount of time, but I do appreciate you subscribing. That's very, very nice of you, and I appreciate the support, my friend. But there is a link to the website on my profile on TikTok, wolfpackcommunity.com. Same way on YouTube. There is a link on my YouTube page, on my channel, wolfpackcommunity.com. Go over there, subscribe to the live trading, and join us every day. All right. All righty. Snap at 14.14. Peggy having trouble. INCPL curling. Clicking through some more press releases that have popped up. A lot of financials coming up in May. There's one for May 7th. Oh, I haven't seen May 7th yet. That's all right. Sean says he'd pay $50 a month just to have the wallpaper back. Watching from Nebraska. Awesome. Nice return on Meta. Bought yesterday, sold today. 409 to 444. Very nice trade. Very nice trade. Nebraska. Oh, Tupperware. Stock outperforms competitors on a strong trading day. KGC. Stock outperforms. Snap. Another one on Snap. That is hugging that $14 spot. Pretty darn close. Scotland. I'll be darned. Welcome, Scotland. Joey says he does not recommend. And that is fair. It's not for everybody. It's not everybody's cup of tea. We don't guarantee anything. Some people get value out of it. Some people don't. And that's okay. That is okay. Bartles and James, no, Jim, I'm not. I am sipping on a Monster. Monster. DB, good afternoon to you. FUSN, here's another one. Fusion Pharmaceuticals, mails circular for special meeting of shareholders. Oh, well, that's fluff. Well, let's see what's running. Snap still in there at number 1, but flirting with $14, and I don't like that. That needs to get up a little higher. Peggy back down to 5.9. Oh. There, how about that one? That describes my day to a T. Monster in the morning. When the live's done, I head to Starbucks and I get a Starbucks, and then I hit me another Monster. Which stock site do you watch Stock Ticker on? I've been using... I watch on my trading platform, which is E-Trade. I use E-Trade, and I use their trading platform called E-Trade Pro. Now, they don't offer E-Trade Pro anymore, but you can still use Power E-Trade, which is sort of the standard trading platform now. And I've heard they're coming up with a new one. But that's the one I use mainly. And I also use Webull. Webull. Webull, just like it sounds. Thinkorswim, great. Interactive Brokers and TradeStation, all very, very good. I would tell anybody searching for a platform, look for something that in your perception is user-friendly, has good customer service. You can buy and sell quickly, and you're comfortable with it. And it has all the information on it that you need. That's the platform you go with. And you have to do a little research to find that, you know. We have not only are we using the scanner here to catch these press releases that I'm using, we're also we also rely on each member of the community as a source. Keep in mind, we've got a lot of people in the community. There's over 1,000 people, and all of them use some sort of different scanner. Everybody's using different trading platforms where they're getting news from. We've got people on Bazinga Pro. We've got people on FinViz, Yahoo News. We've got people using Momo Screener, Mometic. We've got people using all sorts of sources. And here's the beautiful part about the community. They're taking all these sources and bringing them into the group, into the message thread in real time. So we're getting all these sources all at once from everybody. Everybody's contributing. Everybody's putting in their 2 cents about what they're finding. Now it's up to each individual to kind of sort through that and figure out which ones they want to trade on as far as news goes. So we've got people, you know, well, Bazinga Pro, have fun. That's a great example. Bazinga Pro. We've got several members using Bazinga Pro, and they scan it every morning, and they bring the trades up within seconds. The news pops up, and it's in our feed literally within seconds after it pops up. So I find it very valuable. And I think most of the members do as well. Love and peace. You have incredible teeth. Well, thank you very much. Somebody commented on my teeth this morning and said they weren't real. They said I had fake teeth. I promise you they're real. I can bite real good. But thank you. Have fun. What site are you referring to? You keep saying we. Who are you referring to? Who is we? I would say the news on Peggy is very weak. Very weak. Sweetie Slots and more. Welcome and good afternoon. What do you think about Robinhood? I'm not a big fan of Robinhood. Not a big fan of Robinhood. I get a lot of people like it. A lot of people think it's very useful and it's easy to use, and maybe it is. My my feelings about them I don't know. They just they just kind of come off to me as kind of greasy and not not above board. Just seems like there's a lot of things going on, a lot of press releases and news articles about just kind of shady stuff that goes on within the company, and that makes me nervous. If I'm putting investment money into an account, I want to know that the company that it's with is a reputable and outstanding company that's been around for a very long time. And Robinhood just doesn't hit that level to me. But a lot of people like them. So we played AVTX once, and I've watched it. It goes up and down pretty regularly. Have fun. You must have left us. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Robinhood, and I've never made that a secret. I just, I don't know. Well, I guess Have Fun must have left us. He was really pumping and promoting and advertising for some group, but I haven't heard which group yet. I had hoped he hadn't left before he would let us know what he's promoting, so we can go check it out. All right. Let's see. Still looking here. AMBO, fourth quarter. FUSN. Canada business, nothing there. Carlos. It could have been Carlos. Oh, if I didn't think that would offend anybody on TikTok, I would say it out loud. Oh, shit. That was funny. RCON. RCON. 1 for 18 reverse stock split. So we'll have to do the math on RCON and see if that's going to fall into our micro list after the split. Let's see. When is the split? Effective May 1st. Effective May 1st. RCON. Archon. 1 for 18 reverse split. So if you're in that stock, be aware that they're going to do a reverse split. And you may want to rethink your position. I've been getting a lot of advertisements about Webull. Now I'm getting more inclined to look into it since you mentioned it. Yeah, I think Webull is a good starter app. Just as a poll here. Now, love and peace. I'm on the website and on TikTok right now, and I'm going to ask: Does there anybody have a negative opinion about Webull? And if you have a negative opinion about Webull, please tell me why. What's wrong with it that you would give it a negative rating? We've got a person here that's curious about using it, and I'm curious, just sort of a consensus of what everybody thinks. Transaction fees, 50 cents. Webull works well and pays 5% interest on unused funds. It's expensive compared to others. Fat Cat says he's never had a problem with it. No fees, anything. Robinhood charges 0.1. Scott says he likes it so far, just a learning curve. Michael says he's had good experiences with it so far. Carlos says he likes TOS, T-O-S. That's a good app too, Thinkorswim. You might consider that one as well. I know a lot of people that use Thinkorswim, or TOS, T-O-S for short, and a lot of people use it that I know and really like it. So that's another one to sort of put in that basket and toss around, decide if you want to use it. But overwhelmingly, from all the comments that I'm seeing everywhere, everybody seems to like Webull. We got a couple people that, you know, had some negative things to say about it. But for the most part, it seems to be getting a thumbs up. So hopefully that helps you. You know, you can always Oh, okay. Well, start small. Love and peace, just start small. Open up a Webull account, put $100 in it. Just put $100 in it and then use that. And make very small trades. Make very small trades. Don't spend a lot of money. Don't spend the whole $100 on one stock. Spread it out and get your feet wet. Practice, 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 practice. And it'll come to you. It will come to you. And eventually the light bulb will go off and you go, oh, okay, now I got it. Now I see what's going on here. And then it's just a matter of fine tuning your strategy. But it'll come to you. So don't let it scare you off. It's not as scary as it may seem. It's not as hard as it may seem. The process is not as hard. Picking a good stock and picking a runner, that's difficult. That's difficult. Experts can't do that. That part's difficult. But the process that I'm talking about, learning how to find a stock, put in an order, sell the order, you know, that part of it, that process of actually functioning within the app, that comes really quick. I just traded SPY today. They charged me 50 cents per transaction on Webull. Huh. Has anybody else ever had that experience on Webull, getting charged 50 cents per transaction? I honestly, huge. I've never heard of anybody saying they were getting charged 50 cents per transaction. He traded SPY today. He said he traded SPY and they charged him 50 cents per transaction. I've never heard of that. OTC, if you trade an OTC stock, yes, you will get charged a small transaction fee. Even E-Trade does that. But Yeah, I don't know. I've just never heard of it before. The dollar amounts you report don't seem to match what Robinhood is showing on my phone, and they probably won't, Mike, and that's why a lot of people don't like using Robinhood. Robinhood pads their numbers. I've heard that from many, many people. Nervous about doing penny stocks and only having a few seconds to sell. Well, Melissa, most of these you don't have. I wouldn't say there's very rare cases where you've got like seconds to sell or you're losing everything. You know, most of the time there's plenty of time to get out of a trade. I mean, unless you're waiting too long to get out and it flash crashes, yeah, then I could see like, having seconds, but we don't get into very many of them that flash crash. And most of the time, seeing the drop after a stock runs up, seeing that drop as it happens, it's pretty obvious most of the time that it's coming down. And so you have plenty of time to get out. And yeah, during regular trading hours, we use stops. Absolutely. I use stops, either a trailing stop or a hard stop. Now in pre-market and after hours, you can't. You can't use stop losses. You can use a mental stop loss where you just get out. But during after hours, you can't use stop losses. Ash Daniel, what happens if Jeff Gainey is too sexy? What about cryptocurrency? That's a different type of trading. Yes, it is. It's very similar in the procedure. Buy, sell. If you can buy and sell a stock, you can buy and sell crypto on like Webull. It's the same. It's exact same keystrokes. Everything's exactly the same. There's no difference. Ash, kiss me, bruh. Oh, you guys make my day. You know what? Ash, you need to subscribe for that one. You need to hit the subscription button on YouTube. Just for me reading that out loud. Opal. Nothing. Oh, well, this is going very slow, isn't it? ELWS up 29%. Snap still up 27. Peggy up 15. BJDX up 10 now. Archon very slow here this afternoon. Very, very slow. Very, very slow. The Wolfpack trading idea is outstanding. Well, thank you. Have fun. Thank you very much. Yeah, and that's another good point about Webull is you can start trading at 4 a.m. E-Trade, which is my primary trading platform, I can't trade till 7 a.m. So if anything happens from 4 to 7, I'm out of luck. Now I do have a Webull account that I can use to trade if I want to, but I usually don't because I'm not up that early. You early birds that get up at 3:30 in the morning to trade at 4, my hat's off to you. I just getting up at 4:30 for my live stream in the morning is enough for me. Yeah, I was trying to find that out myself, MJ, and I can't get him to answer. All right. Us 9 to 5 people. Well, no, don't want to do sleepy trading, that's for sure. And I've had a few mornings where I had to. That's why these monsters come in handy. They give me that perk up in the morning. I'm in Colorado. That's 4 a.m. Oh no, where in Colorado? I was stationed in Colorado Springs back in the early 80s. God, I'm making myself Aurora. Oh, nice. Making myself sound old already. Wow. Were you in the Air Force Academy? No, I was not. I was stationed at Fort Carson, Colorado, in Colorado Springs. I was with the military police. So I had what they call white hat duty, patrol. So I got to drive around the base and be the popo. I was the popo. I was the popo. Fort Jackson, nice. There was a club there in Colorado Springs, and I got to tell you this story very quickly. Uh, Al Capone left his hat on your couch. Yeah, when I put that hat on when I go to the beach, I look like I should have a big Cuban cigar in my hand. It makes me giggle too when I look at it. Uh, there was a club there in Colorado Springs called the Odyssey. I'll never forget that. It was called the Odyssey, and it was a big dance club. In Colorado at that time, this would have been 1984. 1984. They had um, they had the drinking age was 21, but you could drink at 18, but you had to drink 3.3.0, 3.2, 3.2 beer. A normal beer had 6% alcohol. These had 3.2% alcohol. So it took twice as many. You had to drink a lot of beer to get drunk. So at 18, you could drink 3.2 beer. And this club called the Odyssey. That's all they sold. That's all they sold was 3.2 beer out of the tap in big plastic pitchers. And it was 50 cents a pitcher on like Wednesday nights or something like that. It was like 50 cents a pitcher. And I'm telling you what, we went in, and it was a dance club. So it was all the lights, and the dance floor was huge, and the dance floor was like the old disco floors that lit up with the lights underneath the plastic. And it was crazy. That was so much fun. And that was at a time when Thriller, Michael Jackson's Thriller, was like huge. And that's all the club would play is like Michael Jackson stuff. And it was, looking back on it, it's rather comical that we acted the fools that we did. But God, I can remember drinking pitcher after pitcher. steady line to the bathroom. I mean, it just went in and out, in and out. You just rented the beer. That was all you did was rent it. And that was a lot of fun. Those are days I'll never forget. What a blast. ELWS still climbing. Snap. Consolidating, going sideways. Peggy. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Now, we only had 2 of them. Just got out $13.96 to $14.48. That's not a bad trade. Yeah, I sorted it by news just now for you, but there was only 2 pieces of news there, and neither one of them were worth anything. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Anybody else ever experienced 3.2 beer because you had to? From Moscow. Oh, God. So the ladies had to drink those 50-cent pitchers too? Yes, they did, Trey. If they wanted to drink, that's all there was to drink. That's all the bar served was 3.2 beer. There was no hard alcohol there at all. It was a club that was intended to serve that 18, 19, and 20-year-old crowd. Because at 21, they could drink regular beer and alcohol, so they would go on to other bars. That place was just for 18, 19, and 20-year-olds. So you can imagine, you get that age group in a club together with the music thumping. Holy cow, it was a crazy environment. Till May 15th, the date brokerages have to do their transaction settlements in 24 hours. Tired of, yeah, that T+1 is going to be nice. Noah, doing good. Great name, by the way, Noah. I've got a few relatives with that name. Coors 3.2 in Boulder, absolutely. My dad worked for Coors. Said it's not actually twice as much alcohol. Oh, I'll be darned. Mike, 257 and 269 on PCSA. Brett, I am 61, my friend. Just had a birthday in February. I just turned 61. Class of 1981 in high school. Still holding some Agba. No, I am not, Ranger John. Well, we're waiting on news here, and I know this is going to get boring as all get out. There's no news happening here in after-hours trading. Class of 63. That's the year I was born, William. My goodness. You graduated high school the year I was born. Well, thank you very much, Brett. How we doing on YouTube? Thank you very much for hitting the subscribe button. Much, much appreciated. I do appreciate it. very, very much. We finally got over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which was pretty cool. And we went over 10,000. I think we're at 10.1 right now on TikTok, which I think is pretty cool. Waiting for that day for it to hit 10.2. 30 years as a cop. Nice. Yeah, I was military police for 9 years. And of course, depending on where I was stationed, it was depending on what kind of duty I had. Some places I was stationed, I was law enforcement. Some places was physical security. A couple of places I worked in the administration company, a company, and I did dispatch with them. I did 911 operator. I did MPI, and when I was in Kansas, I was the liaison officer for the post, which meant I was the go-between between local law enforcement and the military police. That was good. That was a great job. Met the governor of Kansas and just all kinds of really cool stuff. Be fun to write a book about that stuff someday. 41 years as a long-distance truck driver. My hat's off to you, my friend. Putting those miles. Did you hit I have to assume you hit the 1 million club? Nice. My hat's off to you. That is brilliant. That is absolutely amazing. Over the road truck driver. They have a 1 million club where they put 1 million miles under those tires. Comprehend that for a minute, folks. 1 million miles. That is an accomplishment. That is amazing. Kansas. Where in Kansas? Kansas, Scott, for 25 years. I was stationed at in Kansas, in Junction City. I lived off base between Junction City and Manhattan, where the college was at. Fort Riley. Fort Riley. And I was liaison officer. And when you're a liaison officer for the military police department, you don't deal with just the local police departments. You deal with every police department in the country. Because one of my main jobs for that was anytime anybody on the base, any military person on the base, and of course they're from all over the country, anytime one of them would go AWOL, anytime one of them would go home on leave, for example, to Ohio or Pennsylvania, and they would get in trouble and picked up and arrested for whatever they did, I got the phone call from the local police department to come deal with this person. So I met a lot of people during that job. Pennies for dollars, 3 million so far. Wow. 3 million miles under those tires. Good Lord Almighty. How long have you been driving? Zimbabwe. We like your content here in Zimbabwe. Well, thank you very much. Hannah, I love Fort Riley. We got more Fort Riley people in the house? Please tell me somebody was stationed at Fort Riley. Anybody. Yes, Hannah was. That is awesome. How long ago? JJ was there for 12 years. Son of a gun. Brothers and sisters in arms. Love it. That is beautiful. EPSN, earnings, GATO, nothing there. Funny how many cops on your page. I retired from Florida as LEO for 25 years. There's a lot of police officers on my channel. I hadn't really thought about that, but there's a lot of cops or ex-cops, retired police officers. It's changed a lot. When were you there, JJ? How long ago? And Hannah, how long has it been since you were stationed there? Michael T. Justice, Fort Riley's down the road about 100 miles. Where are you living at, Michael? This is interesting. Doesn't have anything to do with stock trading, but there's nothing running anyway, right? Everything on the top of my list that's running, we've known about for 45 minutes now. There's nothing going. Very, very slow. But I've got my list sorted by news, so if anything pops up, we'll know about it. My wife's family is there. I was there last year. Tell you what does it entail, bro. We will filter from now on. Jay, what does it entail? We will filter from now on what we are dropping here. That one went over my head. I was there a year ago. My mom's retired active duty. Oh, okay. Okay. Very cool. Did you go to school there, Hannah? At one of the schools for all the military families? On after hours, is the order price locked in as well as the sell price for market open? If you set it up that way, you can buy in after hours and that ticket will stay active for as long as you want it to. You can set it up that way, yes. I went to school off base. Fort Riley doesn't have a high school. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Do you go to school in Manhattan or Junction City? This is so cool for me to be able to talk to people that know what I'm talking about. There's so many times in my life when I mention, being at a certain base and nobody's ever been there. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. But to meet somebody that actually has been there, it's pretty cool. Darn good. I got my commission at Fort Riley. Very nice. I'll be darned. Darn good. Got a whole new respect for you. Small world indeed. Wow. Manhattan High School. I lived in Manhattan. I lived about a block from the college. I lived right next door to a sorority. I rented a house. Gosh darn it. Darn good. You have a good night, my friend. Hannah, I'm sure you can help me remember this. What is that road just off campus? There's a street there just off campus where everybody from the college hangs out on the weekends. It's nothing but lines of bars along both sides of the road. It's a big party block that whole, what's the name of that street? I know I'd recognize it, I think, if I heard it. I lived on Moreau Street on Colorado. Moreau? Aggieville? Yeah, Aggieville. The Ville. Yeah, that's it. Boy, was that a crazy place. Oh, what is Peggy doing? Let's go back to Peggy. There it goes. Peggy pushing back up again. I'm B. Carter, I caught it. I was watching you. I was watching you. Waiting for it to curl back up. What years did you live there? I was there from 80, no. I was there from 86 to 89. The beginning of 86 all the way to the end of 89. And I left in like November of 89. So I was there for about 3 years, 3 full years. What caused FRGT to jump today? I think there was a piece of news out on that, Norm. I saw the news earlier on it, but there was some news out on that one. My wife was from there. She went to Rock Creek. I'll be darned. Oh, man. I hate to see you go there, Toasty Boy, but not having that on my feed. That is so cool, JJ. That is awesome. Oh my. Well, thank you guys for showing up tonight, man. There's just nothing. We had a few really great runners right the first 20 minutes, 40 minutes of the after hours here, but it's really died off. It's really gotten slow. It's really gotten slow. Peggy here, we thought Peggy was going to make a pop. I was hoping that would pop over 7. And it may still hit it. I don't know. It's just having some troubles here. It seems like it just starts to get a nice curl up and then they just won't let it go. But thank you guys very much. We would love to have you join us for our pre-market call-outs and our after-hours call-outs when they happen every single trading day. And you can do that by joining the live trading on the website, not on TikTok. You get that on the website, wolfpackcommunity.com. There is a link to it on my YouTube channel. There's a link to it on my TikTok channel on the main page. Just click on it, go to the website, subscribe to live trading, and then you can join us every single morning on our live stream feed. And we'd love to see you there. We absolutely would love to see you there. You have a good night, JJ. And it won't be too much longer. My RV, I just bought an RV, and it's a 32 footer, 32 foot. And I'm going to be going live in the mornings from the RV. That should be exciting. And I'm going to travel. I'm going to start in Florida. I'll travel around Florida and go to some beaches, some campgrounds, but try to hit the beaches as often as possible and do our live session from the RV, from whatever beach I happen to be at. It's going to be a fun, fun time. And I wish all of you could join me on the trip. And then when I'm done in Florida, I'm heading up north and I'm going to start circling around and hitting everybody. We're going to go into Tennessee, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, Montana, New Mexico, Colorado. We are going to be everywhere broadcasting live in the mornings. And I'll let you know every single morning where I woke up at. And we'll do our lives. So it should be a very fun and blessed time. Until tomorrow morning. Yes, Joe, I agree with you. It is painful to see some of those comments, but our moderators are doing the best they can at deleting what they can and what they can catch. But they're busy as well, so might need to add some moderators on YouTube in the coming weeks and months. Anyway, you guys have a good evening. I will see everybody on the website, all of our subscribers, at 6:45 a.m. TikTok, YouTube, I'll be on live right here at 7:30. And we'll get you guys caught up to speed on what the Wolfpack's been doing for that first 45 minutes. And until then, you guys have a great night. It's time for me to go get some supper. Last night, I did Sonic, and I got me one of those foot-long coney dogs smothered in chili and cheese, and it was the bomb. Highly recommend that from Sonic. So you guys have a great night, and I will see you all bright and early in the morning. Till then, have a blessed night.